Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. So today we will be presenting our group project for ICT603 titled Design and Develop a System Learning Management System for Pandai application. So this is our team members. We have AFAF ZAHIRAH, me myself Juliana, MARSYA and NATASYA. Next, I will present a brief summary of the project. This project focuses on evaluating the existing information architecture of the Pandai application. First, we analyze the app's content structure, navigation flow, and how information is presented to users. Based on this analysis, we identify usability and navigation issues that may affect how easily students can find learning materials. The project then proposes improvements to create a more structured and intuitive information architecture. Overall, the aim is to improve content organization, enhance navigation clarity, and support a better learning experience for secondary students. Before going into the details of the project, I will first introduce the concept of information architecture and the system being studied. So, information architecture, or IA, refers to how information is organized, structured and labeled so that users can easily find and understand content within a digital system. In digital learning environments, effective information architecture is especially important because it reduces cognitive load and helps students access learning materials in a clear and intuitive way. Pandai is a digital learning application that provides students with a variety of educational resources, including quizzes, practice activities, notes, videos, and subject-based learning materials. The platform supports multiple academic subjects and is commonly used for learning, revision, and exam preparation. As the app continues to expand in content and features, the way information is organized becomes increasingly important. Therefore, the goal of this project is to evaluate and improve the information architecture of the Pandai application to ensure that content organization aligns with students' information-seeking behavior and supports a more intuitive and user-centered learning experience. Based on the system review of the Pandai application, several information architecture issues were identified. First, there is a lack of subject-based content organization. The app organizes learning materials by activity type rather than by academic subject, which requires students to move between multiple sections to find related content. This increases cognitive load and disrupts learning flow, especially when students are revising a specific subject. Second, the application lacks clear hierarchical content organization and has poor scannability. Content is presented in long, fully expanded lists with minimal visual grouping, which leads to excessive scrolling and makes it difficult for students to quickly locate relevant materials. Finally, several sections of the app do not include a search feature. As a result, students must rely on manual scrolling to find specific content, which increases navigation time and interrupts focused learning. These issues highlight the need for a more structured and intuitive information architecture.
For this project, we have three main objectives. First, our objective is to identify information architecture issue in the current Pandai application. This involves analyzing the existing content structure, navigation flow, and search support to identify weaknesses that affect content discoverability and student learning efficiency. Second, we aim to design a clear and well-structured information architecture that improves content organization and navigation. A subject-oriented and hierarchical structure is proposed to help students access learning material more easily and reduce unnecessary navigation effort. Third, our objective is to develop and improve information architecture model that enhance usability and better support student learning activities. This proposed design focuses on reducing cognitive load, improving findability, and enabling students to locate and resume learning content more effectively. For the scope of this project, we focus on two main areas, which target users and context of study. First, the target user are students who use Pandai application for daily learning and exam preparation. The redesign aims to support different information-seeking behavior, including students who search for specific learning material and those who explore content before deciding what to study. Second, the context of the study focus on the information architecture redesign of the Pandai application. This includes examining the current information presentation, navigation structure, and content organization. Based on this finding, the project proposed a new information architecture that improves subject-based navigation, content filtering, uh, hierarchical content presentation, and search support to enhance the overall learning experience. Project significant. This project is significant as it focuses on improving the information architecture of the Pandai learning application. By enhancing subject-based content organization, hierarchical content structure, and search functionality, students are able to access learning material more efficiently. This improvement helps reduce visual clutter and cognitive load, allows students to find information faster and stay focused on learning activities. As a result, students can make better use of available learning resources and experience a more effective and user-friendly digital learning environment.
Now, for the process and method in IA design. We follow a structured information architecture design process consisting of three main phases: research, strategy, and design. These phases help to ensure that the redesign is based on real user behavior and learning needs. In the research phase, we identify usability issues in the Pandai learning application through user observation and content analysis. The findings show that the current platform relies more on features-based organization rather than subject-based structure with increased navigation complexity. As a result, students need to browse longer contents lists due to limited search support, making information retrieval less efficient. The strategy phase acts as a bridge between the research and design. And in this phase, we analyze the existing content structure and reorganize it according to the students' learning goals, needs, and behavior. This helps ensure that the information architecture supports how students naturally search for their learning materials. Finally, in the design phase, the research and strategy findings are translated into a clear and practical information architecture. This design focuses on subject-based content organization, clearer navigation, consistent labeling, and improved search support to reduce navigation effort and improve the overall learning experience. Now, let's move on to the proposed solution. The first proposed solution is subject-based content organization. Learning materials such as notes, videos, quizzes, and tests are grouped under each academic subject. This approach supports focused learning and match with students' mental models, where they usually start learning by choosing a subject before selecting a specific activities. The second solution introduces subject-based filtering with learning modules. Students can filter contents by subject, such as biology and chemistry, which help reduce visual clutter and ensure that only relevant materials are displayed. This makes browsing faster and improve content relevance. Now, the last solution is a section-level search function. Search boxes are provided within the exam, practice, and flashcard modules. This allows students to quickly search for chapters or keywords, reducing the need to scroll through long lists and improve information retrieval efficiency. Now, the slide shows observation from two different information-seeking behaviors. That is Nurul and Sophia. Nurul represents non-item seeking behavior. She had a clear goal and navigated directly to the quiz section using familiar icons, which shows the current information architecture supports goal-oriented users. Meanwhile, Sophia demonstrated exploratory seeking behavior. She browses across subjects, compared notes, videos, and quizzes, and had to scan long content lists. This caused decision-making to take longer. Overall, the observation shows that while the current information architecture works well for goal-oriented users, exploratory users need better content grouping and guidance.
The next one, I will present about the flowchart. The first one is the subject-based. The flow starts with the user have to log in, then the homepage will be displayed with available subject. User can browse subject and choose relevant learning material before accessing the learning materials. This flow supports user mental models by allowing them to navigate learning content based on subject, making it effective for user to receive more information about a subject at one time. Next one is hierarchical structure. The flow starts with the user log in and view the home page with the bottom navigation bar where they need to access the Learn menu. User then need to select the learning type such as notes or videos, followed by choosing a specific subject from the subject list page before accessing the learning content. This hierarchical structure improves scannability by guiding users step by step through clearly defined content level, allowing them to locate information effectively without being overwhelmed. The last one is a search feature. The flow begins when user log in and access the Learn section from the homepage using the bottom navigation bar. User then select a learning type such as exam or practice before entering a desired topic in the search bar. The system filters the learning material based on the search input, and if the material is found, users are able to access the relevant learning material directly. This search flow allows information to be received effectively by allowing users to quickly locate specific content without browsing through multiple categories. Next is the wireframe. We have 3 wireframe redesign the selected Pandai feature. So in a conclusion, the project focused on improving the information architecture of the Pandai learning application to make it clearer and easier to use. The main problem identified were poor content organization, limited scalability, and the lack of the search function. To solve this issue, a subject-based homepage, drop-down content structure, and search function were proposed. User testing results shown that most users found the new design clearer, easy to navigate, and more helpful for finding learning material. Although some users felt the drop-down structure could be future improved. Overall, the redesigned information architecture improved the learning experience and provide a good foundation for future enhancement of Pandai learning apps.